So we just started with the third chapter and then we went for a small vacation. We had gone for the yatra and then followed by temple ceremony, anniversary ceremony and all that. So we are now almost a gap of nearly 1 month gap. It's a long gap we all had. But nevertheless, we can do one more thing is fast recap of what we did earlier, the last 3 shlokas. I think 3.4 we have completed, right? So third chapter 1, 2, 3, 4 verses में what we had just studied. Can anyone give me a gist of it? किसको कुछ याद है? Points लिखा हो by chance? And is the mic voice enough? Big enough?
Arjun asked Krishna that if you think that Bhakti Marg is best for me, why you are engaging me in this warfare?
So what did you understand in the context of that first shloka? हम लोग ने क्या समझा था उसमें? वही तो मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, क्या याद है? वो तो छपा हुआ मेरे को याद है. Please remember, after giving the entire second chapter, I had clearly mentioned Arjuna is still in the mood of how to avoid the war. He is not interested in fighting. And what did he say? If you feel that this is better, then why are you asking me to fight? When Bhakti Yoga is more better than Karma Yoga, फिर मुझे क्यों आप युद्ध करने पे मजबूर कर रहे हो? So now what is Bhakti Yoga and what is Karma Yoga? Now Lord is going to give a distinct demark definition. एक अलग तरीके से हमको बताने वाले हैं. That is why 3 chapters are for Karma Yoga, 3rd chapter, 4th chapter and 5th chapter. All 3 only mainly deal with, so of course this chapter name itself is Karma Yoga. So now Lord is going to explain to him what is Karma Yoga. So that is the purpose of asking this question कि भाई he is trying to find out a loophole. मतलब पूरा कहानी सुनने के बाद फिर भी मेरे को छोड़ो ना, मेरे को नहीं करना है युद्ध, मुझे छोड़ो. That's what his Arjuna's mentality is. If you have any doubts, you can ask. You don't have to wait to the last minute to ask the doubt. Okay, so now coming back to our saying, then what was that other 2 shlokas? What was discussed?
He asked that your instructions are very good, but
yeah, it's equivocal, but I am confused. Yeah, then
you spoke about, you made us understood about philosophical speculation. It's different philosophies define God differently.
Yes.
Probably God is Nirguna because he is beyond that 3 gunas.
Yes, but people call him Nirguna means he doesn't have any form or shape. It's not that he is away from any form or shape. He is Adhokshaja. His form and shape is not being able to perceive with our material eyes. We say Lord is Sat Chit Anand. Now what is Sat, what is Chit and what is Anand? Have we ever seen with our eyes? Eternal. Our eyes are not eternal. 20 साल के बाद चश्मा आ जाता है, 40 साल के बाद कैटरेक्ट आ जाता है और 60 साल के बाद तो दिखना भी बंद हो जाता है. इन आंखों से हमको उस भगवान को देखना चाहते हैं. That is why he is called as Adhokshaje. Akshaja means eyes. Adhokshaje, he is above the material eyes. भगवान को आप इस नेत्रों से आप देख के समझना impossible. आप कितना भी देख लो. So Sat, Chit. How can you see the Chit potency of it? Knowledge potency आप आंखों से दिखता है. क्या आपको किसी व्यक्ति को देख के पता चलता है ये कितना ज्ञानी है? Unless until you don't interact with the person, see his behavior, how will you come to know that this person is intelligent or not? So how will you know about the Lord? So that is why Lord is above the 3 modes of nature. And of course Anand can never be a persist because we have never seen Anand in this material world. No, I'll tell you. कितने लोगों ने आनंद देखा है भाई? by any chance देख लिया हो तो? बस है नहीं इस दुनिया में. It is like if you see the story of Ramayana, when Lord रामचंद्र जी का पुत्र कामेष्टि यज्ञ करना था, दशरथ महाराज का पुत्र कामेष्टि यज्ञ करके रामचंद्र जी was to be born. So it was said the putra kameshti yagya can be done only by Rishi Shringi. So that time Dashrath asked our Vashishta Muni, भाई उनके कुलगुरु थे ना वशिष्ठ मुनि, तो भाई what is so special about Rishi Shringi? So that time he talks about Rishi Shringi in detail, and the story goes like this. कट कर दो नेक्स्ट टाइम, कोई भी आवे कट करो. हाँ हाँ सो हाँ ऋषि श्रृंगी का द प्रॉब्लम वॉज रोमपाद वॉज द फ्रेंड ऑफ दशरथ महाराज, एंड रोमपाद did not have a child, and Dashrath had a child. Earlier he had a daughter named Shanta. So he said, you take my daughter. बहुत गहरी दोस्ती थी तो अपने बेटी को दे दिया. Now the problem was in Rompad's kingdom there was no rain for a long time. It was drought. अकाल लग गया था, तब बारिश नहीं है तो कैसे चलेगा. So he was in trouble. So वहाँ के ऋषि मुनियों ने कहा कि आ सकता है आपके यहाँ. अच्छा, अकाल आने का मतलब क्या है? आपका पाप ज़्यादा है. Whenever there is natural disturbances more means वहाँ पे अधर्म ज़्यादा हो रहा है. धर्म कर्म और अधर्म ज़्यादा है. That is why you get famine, earthquake and all these type of things is only because of पाप. पाप जब बढ़ जाता है तो इसने बोला कि आपको थोड़ा अभी पुण्यात्मा लेके आना पड़ेगा. बोला कौन है पुण्यात्मा? बोला आपको यहाँ पे ऋषि श्रृंगी को लाना पड़ेगा. Who is ऋषि श्रृंगी? He is the son of that ऋषि I forgot. विभांडक. विभांडक मुनि का पुत्र था. Now there is a big story behind it. ठीक है, आज उसी पे बात करेंगे. बिकॉज to understand Anand, what is Anand, I have to explain you this story, then you will understand that how you all have not seen Anand. It's like that. So Vibhandak Rishi was doing Ghor Tapasya once. So he asked, so what is so great about Rishi Shringi? देखो, they said that as per the prophecy, if you get a rishi or a tapasvi who has never seen a woman from the day one, that is जन्म से किसी माँ को नहीं या स्त्री को नहीं देखा हो, वो व्यक्ति आएगा तुरंत बारिश गिरेगा. नो, रोमपाद वाज थिंकिंग कैसा हो सकता है? कुछ नहीं तो बच्चा अपने माँ को तो देखेगा ही. इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल दैट बच्चा माँ को ना देखे, ठीक है, बाकी स्त्री को ना देखे, बट माँ को तो देखेगा ही, माँ का स्तनपान करेगा. सो इट इज unavoidable. Yes, there is one rishi who is there, and that is Rishi Shringi. That is why we are calling him. So, Acha, what is so great about the Rishi Shringi? Says, the Rishi tells उनका स्टोरी बताते हैं, और उसमें ऐसा स्टोरी है कि once Vibhandak Muni was doing उग्र तपस्या, but he was doing not tapasya not for any material benefit. बस वो तपस्या कर रहे थे just because he had love for the Lord. But when the tapasya was going on, Indra felt कि भाई ये आदमी तपस्या करेगा और तपस्या में सफल हो गया तो then he will take my post. That is the problem with Indra, you know. That is not only the problem with Indra, that is the problem with all of us. We are always in tension. अपना कॉम्पिटिटर का ऑर्डर ज़्यादा आ गया, अरे अपने पास ऑर्डर कितना है वो देखना नहीं, अपना कॉम्पिटिटर का ऑर्डर कितना है, वो कितना आगे बढ़ रहा है, उसका ही हमको क्यों. अगर वो मेरा पोस्ट ले लिया तो, मेरा कस्टमर ले लिया तो, मेरा ये छीन लिया तो दिस इज अ मटेरियल प्रॉब्लम. सो इमीडिएटली इंद्र सेंड सम अप्सरास. अप्सरा's name was Harsha. Yes, Harsha was the name of the Apsara. So she came and lured the rishi. देख विश्वामित्र मुनि को मेनका ने उसका तपस्या भंग किया, वैसे इस सब ऋषि का तपस्या भंग करने आए. तो ऋषि को आया बहुत गुस्सा, बोला क्या चाहिए तुमको? आई वॉन्ट टू हैव अ सन फ्रॉम यू, चाइल्ड फ्रॉम यू, सन फ्रॉम यू. सेड get lost, you are disturbing me, take my virya and go. Virya means his semen. He gave it to her. Definitely she didn't want, her purpose was to break his tapasya. So what did she do? She took the semen, put it in a हिरण के गर्भ में डाल दिया, हिरण के गर्भ में डाल दिया. And immediately a child was born, and that child was, since the semen was of a human being, it was a male boy. But since it came from the womb of a deer, it had horns. सिंग था उसको, इसके लिए उनका नाम क्या आया? श्रृंग, ऋषि श्रृंगी, जिनके उनके पास हॉर्न्स थे. तो was this now immediately when Vibhandak Rishi heard the cry of some child, was wondering क्या है, कौन सा बच्चे का आवाज आ रहा है, कहाँ से बच्चा आया. जाके देखा तो he could immediately see from his tapobal it was his child sitting with some horns. Child is lying down. Immediately he could guess out the whole what has happened, how that Menaka had done, Harsha had done. And then what happened was, immediately he took the child and he started taking care of the child. And he took care of the child so well and so nicely that he made sure that these women are very bad. This child will never see a. Fine. After that child understood, the child was growing up. He never even showed him a female tiger, a female lion, a female deer, nothing, like totally isolated. And he gave him all the Vedic knowledge. इस करते 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 बच्चा बड़ा हुआ. So he said, the rishi said that रोमपाद को बोला कि अगर आपको आपके किंगडम में आपको बारिश चाहिए, तो you will have to get this fellow. That is why he's got so much of punyas, and he is something unique. He has never seen a woman. He said, ठीक है. Now how to get him? Now Vibhandak Rishi is a very angry rishi. I can't say angry young man, but he was an angry young rishi. So अभी कैसे लेके आए इसको ऋषि श्रृंगी को? So the courtesans, जो नर्तकी होती है ना, उनको सब बोला गया कि आप जाके उनको किसी भी तरह लेके आओ. बहुत सारा लालच दिया था. एंड दे ऑल्सो सेड ठीक है, अगर देश के लिए, अगर हमारे राज्य के में बारिश आ जाता है तो वी डोंट माइंड रिस्किंग आवर लाइफ. रिस्किंग द लाइफ इन द सेंस ऋषि उनको श्राप भी दे सकता था. तो ये लोग ने एक बहुत बड़ा नाव बनाया, बिग बोट. इट वॉज एज गुड एज ए आइलैंड, as big as an island, like it had all facilities, small hut and a small pasturing lawn and everything. And they all slowly went to Rishi Shringi's place. Coincidentally, Vibhandak Rishi had to go for some puja part in the neighboring town or the neighboring village. So he told his son, okay, you just do the yagyas and all that you do, मैं तब तक जाके आता हूँ. So उन्होंने छोड़ के चले गए और यहाँ पे वो अपना हवन आहुति कर रहे थे. इतने में ये जो स्त्रियां थी, बड़े फैंटास्टिक नाइस फूड स्टफ एंड ऑल दैट दे मेड, एंड दे केम इनटू हिज आश्रम. नो विद दिस फेलो सॉ दोस लेडीज, ही वाज थिंकिंग शायद ये लोग भी कोई बड़े तपस्वी रहेंगे, कोई साधु रहेंगे. बट ही वाज वंडरिंग हाउ कम देयर चेस्ट आर swollen. Because he knew what a female looks like or what are the qualities of a female. He was wondering how their chest is swollen and how do they walk. They got long hair. They are not having jata, but they are having long hair, and their walk was also very exciting to him. It was not a malish walk. So he was quite excited. And when they came close, they came and they hugged him and they said, oh, where are you coming from, which land? And when they touched him, he felt very different. He didn't feel not only nice, he felt it was different, because whole from childhood he has not seen it. So Now I can come back to the point. At this point I can come back to the point for which I told the entire story, that आनंद जो चीज़ है, तो हमारा भी हालत कुछ कुछ ऋषि श्रृंगी जैसा है, हमने कभी आनंद नहीं देखा। अगर आनंद आ भी गया ना अपने सामने, तो यू बी वंडरिंग ये कैसा आनंद है। इट मे लुक डिफरेंट, बट क्योंकि हमने असली आनंद देखा ही नहीं। जैसे ऋषि श्रृंगी ने कभी जीवन में एक नारी को देखा नहीं था, एक स्त्री को नहीं देखा था, उसी तरह हमने भी जीवन में कभी आनंद नहीं देखा है। वी आर ऑल इन द perception of sense gratification, or rather the so called happiness which is given by the senses. That is what we consider as bliss, आनंद। वाह मजा आ गया, स्वर्ग का दर्शन हो गया। क्या हो गया, कल इमेजिक आ जाके, अरे वो तो नर्क का दर्शन है, मरते मरते बच्चा हर जगह पे। तो that is not स्वर्ग का दर्शन। That is nicely said. There are only 2.5 happiness in this world. What are the 2.5 happiness? Who remembers? Actually only 2.5 happiness is there in this world. The two happinesses are passing motion and passing stool. That is urine and passing stool. Really, when you come out of both of this, you feel happy. And the third one is, the half one is, all the happiness in the world, buying a car, buying a house, getting married, having sensual pleasure, this and that, all together is half happiness. So we have got only is 2.5 happiness. पूरी दुनिया को हम लोग इसी को happiness समझ रहे हैं. What is actual happiness? You have a nice motion, you feel nice, I've relieved for the day. You have to time you have more missing, you can pass urine, the pressure is more, okay fine. That is also considered as a happiness. But other than that, the only happiness, the only half happiness is all the material happiness is put together. Like you are buying your dress, your car, your house, getting married, having children getting married, this and that is all giving you pleasure. But how much of pleasure? Very less. And that Supreme Lord is Anand, ocean of happiness. Ocean, unlimited happiness. इतना happiness हजम नहीं कर पाएंगे हम लोग, because आपने कभी देखा ही नहीं. I am not continuing Rishi Shringi's story, but the point what I wanted, why I told you the entire story of Rishi Shringi was, as he has never seen a woman or a lady, because even the ladies touch, ladies walk, ladies look, was looking for him, oh they must be great sadhus or tapasvis from the jungle, no sadhus like me, but they are looking different. He never knew that they are totally a different opposite gender. He didn't have that realization also. Similarly, हमने अगर जो भी खाते हैं या अच्छा एसी खाते हैं या अच्छा गाड़ी में घूमते हैं या अच्छा डायमंड नेकलेस पहनते हैं, तो ये सब आनंद इतना तुच्छ है कि वो आनंद के सामने, इट इज दैट इज व्हाई आई टोल्ड यू ना, तात स्वर्ग अपवर्ग सुख धरियो, I forgot that word, nice verse. धरिया तुला एक अंग, धरिया तुला एक अंग. अगर आप तराजू ले लो, तो टेक वन, क्या है वो, क्या है, नहीं वो हिंदी पिक्चर में आती है ना, वो क्या, अंधा कानून नहीं, कानून की देवी हाथ में तराजू लेके रहती है ना, बैलेंस लेके खड़ी रहती है ना. तो इफ यू टेक दैट बैलेंस एंड तात स्वर्ग अपवर्ग सुख धरिया तुला एक अंग, तुला के एक अंग में डाल दो. तूल न धारी मिलियो सकल मिली जो. इफ यू गेट ऑल लव सुख सत्संग, ये दिस यू पुट इन वन बैलेंस, ऑल स्वर्ग अपवर्ग सब मिला के सब सुख आप एक बैलेंस के तराजू के एक साइड में डाल दो. एंड कहते हैं लव, लव मतलब it's less than a second, very short time of satsang. It is not equal to that much of happiness what you get in satsang. That is why you all come in love matra, no? थोड़ा देर के लिए आके जाते हो, बंक करते हो ज़्यादा क्लासेस, क्यों? लव मात्र बोला आपने, तो बोला है लव मात्र सुख साधु संग. So just it is said that what happiness, that is, see what otherwise will take you, why you take so much of trouble for coming from various long distances over here. catching the train and traveling and coming over here. Why? That little sukha you get, that little happiness you get, that anand you get, that anand is there. That is why it is said, स्वर्ग अपवर्ग सब मिला के एक बैलेंस के एक साइड में डालो, पर दूसरे साइड में अगर आपने थोड़ा सा सत्संग किया ना, वो आनंद इज मोर. दैट आनंद यू कैन नॉट सी, इट इज सटल बट इट एग्जिस्ट्स. दैट आनंद इज देयर, यू कैन नॉट सी इट. कुछ तो है. आपको बोलेगा क्या है, हर सैटरडे संडे उठ के भागते हो, ये कल नहीं आया फिर भी आ जाया, कुछ तो है. सम हैप्पीनेस you are getting. You may not be able to explain that. What happiness you got? If someone asks you, you cannot explain. What happiness you got? नहीं, वो तेरे को समझ में नहीं आएगा, ऐसा बोलोगे आप. You will say आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा, आपको मजा नहीं आएगा. Because that is unexplainable. Because there is nothing like that which can be compared. If someone says, what is a rasgulla? You can give the specific gravity, you can give the density, you can give the composition, you can give the calorific value, you can give n number of definitions for that, because it has got. But ये आनंद का कोई definition है? Can you give, what is the density, what much quantity, पाव किलो, 100 ग्राम, 50 ग्राम, कितना आपने आनंद लिया सत्संग में? That is how the difference is. So so we were at then Arjuna asked this question to Krishna. O Janarda, O Keshava, why do you urge me to engage in this ghastly warfare if you think that intelligence is better than fruitive work? For which Krishna starts giving the explanation. And then he says, Lord says, the blessed Lord said, O sinless Arjuna, I have already explained that there are two classes of men who are realized the self. Some by inclined to understand him by the empirical philosophical speculation, and others are inclined to know him by devotional work. Now what are the two methods we understood? कोई लोग बोलेंगे हम कर्म मार्ग से भगवान को सिद्ध करेंगे, हम अपने आप को सिद्ध करेंगे. कोई बोलेंगे हम ध्यान मार्ग, अष्टांग योग से हम भगवान को सिद्ध करेंगे. तो देयर इज वन मार्ग विच इज कर्म मार्ग एंड वन मार्ग विच इज भक्ति योग. तो इसे डिवोशन से भी कर सकते हो, इससे भी कर सकते हो. नाउ व्हाट वाज द पर्पस ऑफ टेलिंग दिस? अर्जुन क्या बोल रहा था? मैं युद्ध नहीं लड़ूंगा. तो भगवान एक इंपॉर्टेंट लाइन बोलना चाहते हैं. नॉट बाय मियरली abstraining from the work can one achieve freedom from the reactions, nor by renouncing alone can one obtain perfection. What did he say? ये कर, तेरा कर्म ना करने से, if you don't do your duty, by that you think you will get perfection or you will not get karma reactions? No, that is not possible. If says, I am doing a bad act or I am doing a wrong act, no, I will stop doing it. Okay, fine, stop. You stopped, very nice. But in lieu of that, you have to do something. Like for all the stalwart devotees of Srila Prabhupada, they were all into ghastly lifestyle, all into hippie lifestyle and bad lifestyle. They left everything. But then they didn't sit doing nothing. Then they took up devotional service and they did that with full enthusiasm and full vigor. So, if one says, मैं काम नहीं करूँगा, ये मैं काम नहीं करूँगा, वो भी एक काम है. कुछ काम ना करना भी एक. पहले दिन हम बोलते हैं, आज कुछ काम नहीं करूँगा, बहुत थक गया हूँ, आज मैं कंप्यूटर नहीं खोलूँगा, पूरा दिन कंप्यूटर में काम करके थक गया हूँ, आज मैं कुछ काम नहीं करूँगा. ठीक है, मत करो. So what does it mean? How do you understand that? कि भाई we are going to work, we are not going to work. We have to do the work as per given in the शास्त्र. शास्त्र के हिसाब से आपको काम करना पड़ेगा, ना कि अपने हिसाब से आपको काम करना पड़ेगा. So let's start the lecture today. Now we have to start the actual lecture. Na hi kaschit karma shanamapi jatuk tishthati akarmakrit. What is Lord saying? एक क्षण भी आप कर्म किए बगैर नहीं रह सकते हो. What does the Lord say? एक क्षणम अपी. क्षणम इन द सेंस, आपने एक सांस लिया अंदर, कई जीव जंतु अंदर गए और मरे, कर्म हो गया ना. कुछ भी काम नहीं किया. यू हैव नॉट इवन शेकन योर हेड. आपने सिर्फ सांस लिया, थोड़ा सा पानी पिया, उसमें भी जंतु है, वो भी मर रहे. सो कर्म, दैट इज व्हाई से ना ही कश्चित कभी भी क्षणमपि जातु तिष्ठति कर्मकृत करते ही अवश्य कर्म सर्व प्रकृति जैर गुणैर. और ये काम कैसे होता है? कोई भी कर्म, काम मतलब कर्म कैसे होता है? प्रकृति के 3 गुणों के अधीन होकर करता है. किसी को प्यास लगा है, पानी पिएगा, कोई लस्सी पिएगा, कोई कुछ और पिएगा. तो कहने का भाव पिएगा जरूर, प्यास तीनों को लगी है, बट तीनों में अंतर क्यों है? तो 3 गुणों में अंतर है, तो उस हिसाब से वो अपना काम करेगा. दैट्स व्हाई लॉर्ड सेज all men are forced to helplessly act according to the impulsive bond of the mode of material nature. Therefore no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. एक क्षण भी आप नहीं बच सकते हो, आपको काम करना ही पड़ेगा, कर्म करना ही पड़ेगा. कर्म इंद्रियाणि संयम्यम ये अस्ते मनसा स्मरण इंद्रियार्था विमूढ़ात्मा मिथ्याचार स उच्यते. I always say this many times. One of my favorite verses. Because we are all somewhere or other mithyacharis. For example, let's read the translation. One who restrains the senses and the organs of action but whose mind dwells on sense objects certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. हमारे कॉलेज टाइम में कई दोस्त थे मेरे, वो शराब नहीं पीते थे, नॉनवेज भी नहीं खाते थे, मगर उनके दोस्त जाते थे तो उनके साथ जाते थे, उनके साथ जाके बैठते थे. मैं कुछ नहीं, मेरे लिए एक जूस लेके आना. ओके, जूस भी मंगा के पिएगा, बट क्या फ़ायदा? जो ग्लास में पी रहा है उसमें तो कभी ना कभी लिकर वॉज सर्व्ड. एंड व्हाट डज लॉर्ड शास्त्र से अबाउट दिस? लिकर पॉट कैन नेवर बी क्लेंस्ड इवन बाय Ganges water. What to talk about municipality water? It cannot be cleansed even by Ganges water. Many people do a wrong act. Earlier days, I don't know, nowadays I don't go to Karmi's house, but earlier when I was in my business days, I used to go to, and they used to have a fancy of having nice liquor bottle में पानी भर के पिलाते थे. They used to have the fancy liquor bottles there, with funny cork and all that, and they used to, people used to get fascinated with the bottle rather than the water inside or the content inside, because content is anyhow going to take you to hell. Whatever nice bottle it may be, the content inside those bottles is going to take you to hell for sure. So then I remembered when I studied the Shastra, I was reading and I understood, my God, how much sin people are doing just by drinking from those containers, those bottles. So it is said that just by refraining, मैं नॉनवेज नहीं खाऊंगा, मैं शराब नहीं पीऊंगा, मैं सिगरेट नहीं पीऊंगा, बट तुम्हारे साथ संग दे रहा हूं, that itself is an understanding that he is a mithyachari. What is he trying to do? He is trying to flirt with those sense enjoyments. He is not marrying those or he is not consuming, but he is flirting with those things. It's like एक subtle enjoyment. ठीक है यार, तो सिगरेट पी रहे हैं। So it looks, I mean, as a joke, but this is a fact. And at what time a person gets slipped, अरे आज तो बहुत दुखी लग रहा है यार, तो लव क्रश हो गया, क्रैश हो गया, जो भी हो गया, ले आज एक गम दूर कर ले. एंड देन 1 2 कहाँ भगवद गीता में कहाँ लिखा है प्रभु जी दारू नहीं पीने? विल कम एंड आस्क मी ऑल्सो. Bhagavad Gita, he has not mentioned that, but he has mentioned that these type of kind of food habits are meant for those in the mode of ignorance. Those who take pungent, tiksha, ukshna and all those people are for those who are in the mode of passion. So everything is mentioned, but our Shastra is royal. Our Shastra doesn't speak directly, it speaks very royally. Lord says in when Lord is speaking with the third canto, when Varahadev is speaking with Hiranyaksh, he says, yes, I was waiting for, and he says, you are a suar. He calls him because he is a Varar avatar, na? तो सुअर के अवतार में थे. तू सुअर है? हाँ, मैं भी तेरे ऐसे ग्राम सिंह का राह देख रहा था. तो ग्राम सिंह बोलने का तो ग्राम सिंह लायन, और कौन है एक्चुअली? गांव का कुत्ता. ग्राम मीन्स गांव, और सिंह, गांव का सिंह कौन होता है? कुत्ता होता है. और गांव में जब हाथी आता है ना, हाँ, लोग आगे आरती का प्लेट लेके खड़े रहते हैं. यू नो, आई डोंट नो व्हाट नाउ डेज, बट अर्लियर डेज व्हेन एन एलिफेंट यूज्ड टू बी सीन एज एन यू नो एज लॉर्ड गणेशा हिमसेल्फ. सो कोई भी हाथी आ जाता है गांव में तो लोग, अगर पीछे कौन खड़े रहते हैं? भाव 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 करके कुत्ते, गांव के जो कुत्ते खड़े रहते वो चिल्लाते रहते. डोंट वरी, एवरीवेयर यू विल फाइंड सच डॉग्स. I also have got some dogs barking behind me. I don't mind. So that's an identification that you are an elephant, that you are a great personality when you have dogs barking behind you. If you don't have dogs, then you think you are a useless person. ये भी समझ लेना. कभी कभी गांव के अंदर गाड़ी आती तो कुछ कुत्ता ज़्यादा भड़कता है, पर you see the elephant ना, elephant के पीछे कुत्ता भौंक भौंक भौंकते रहते. So that's why our Shastra is a very royal language. क्या बोलेगा? ग्राम सिंह. तो किसी को लगेगा क्या मधुर ये में बोला है, बट एक्चुअली he has called him गांव का कुत्ता. So please understand, our Shastra did not say directly don't drink, don't eat non-veg, but royally it says. सब कुछ mentioned है, but most important is not that. Most important is कर्मेंद्रियाणि संयम्यम. What does this mean? What does this mean? You may have restrained. प्रभु जी आपने बोल दिया, तब से मैं नॉनवेज नहीं खाता हूँ, सिर्फ वीडियो देखता हूँ, यूट्यूब देखता हूँ उसका. This is of no use. People do. I am not eating, no. प्रभु जी मैं खाया क्या? सूंगा तक नहीं, सिर्फ देख रहा हूँ. कोई और बना रहा है, मैं देख रहा हूँ. So these are all, I mean, see, don't make him on. Poor fellow, scapegoat, poor fellow. Hey, this is not only for you, my dear, it's for people in general. I may give an conspicuous example, but in subtle form, in known unknown form, other people will also be doing some other activity similar to that. They may have shown a so-called restraint from certain activities, but those activities are hidden. And याद रखना, जो भी कार्य करते हो, पहले आप ये तो सोच लो, कहीं मैं एक मिथ्याचारी तो नहीं हूँ, कहीं मैं एक कार्य एकदम चोरी छुपे बोलते ना, in a coverted manner. Am I not doing sense gratification? Am I not trying to do cheat, the Shastra, cheat my teacher, cheat my God? देख लेना. That is why you may restrain, but restraining just is not enough. If your mind is engaged in that activity, a male or a female person, a boy or a girl may not indulge in actual sexual activity, but in the mind, if that is what is going, he is also a pretender. There is, mind you, from generations, from Satyuga time, procreation cannot take place without sexual indulgence. Procreation happened. If your great grandfather was not alive, if we didn't have our ancestors, if they did not have had sex and they did not produce, we would have not been produced today. But then that should not be the only thing in the mind. As time comes, progresses, as you in the afternoon when you get hungry you eat, when you come to a correct age you complete studies, then you go into a job, then at the right age you get married, then at right time you indulge in those activities, produce a child, then take care of the child. It's a cycle. It's more of a cycle rather than just getting stuck in one forever. It's a part of the cycle. And then one day you're going to go old, then one day that child is going to become big, then he will get married, he or she will get married, and then he will procreate. So it's nothing new. If someone thinks that I am doing something out of the box, he is a big fool. Yes, जन्मों से होते आ रहा है, पीढ़ियों से होते आ रहा है. It is nothing new. We may feel, since you are doing it for the first time, you may feel that I am unique. You are not unique. You are one in the lot. So don't become a pretender in devotion. In devotion में गलती से भी pretender मत बनना. और pretender बनना बहुत आसान है. We start our devotion life in the mood of a pretender only. कहीं ना कहीं we are pretenders. But when we mature, at least there we should not continue with the same apprehensions. Externally one can become a devotee very easily. One may come to Mangala Aarti in time. Oh, Prabhuji, I was in Mangala Aarti. But what was the purpose of Mangala Aarti? What was the purpose of coming to the temple? One may say, Prabhuji, I am very regular to the temple. I come every day to the temple. 5 minutes watching the deities, 10 minutes watching the other gender. If that is the purpose, then your purpose of coming to the temple or the entire so-called devotion, what you are doing is a mithyachari. Don't try to strike two things. बोलते हैं एक ही पत्थर से 2 आम गिराऊंगा. Strong. Get this very clear. Text 7, right? On the other hand, he who controls the senses by the mind and engages in active engages his active organs in work of devotion without attachment is far superior. So, इससे अच्छा क्या करते हैं? इंद्रियाणि मनसा निज आरंभते कर्मेन्द्रियाणि कर्म योगम आसक्त ही विषयते. आसक्त बिना, आसक्त नहीं, आसक्त, without attachment. When one is doing his activity, it is considered as much better. So it is said, on the other hand, he who controls the senses by the mind and engages active organs in work of devotion. अगर आप हर कार्य आप भगवान के लिए करोगे तो it is better. Some people say, Sir, Prabhuji, you always say don't do makeup. I have never said don't do makeup. Do makeup, but that should be for the pleasure of the Lord. We try to give pleasure to the opposite sex or the opposite gender, or we have our own apprehensions. We take, how nicely I have dressed up, I take a selfie. That's all later on. That's not the prime focus of your doing any type of decoration to yourself. Why we apply 12 tilaks? This body is like a temple. The Lord is housed in our heart. So we apply the 12 tilaks. 12 tilak na say, एक tilak to लगा के आओ. People को बोलना पड़ता, please, एक tilak लगाओ. These are things which has to come from inside. Externally by telling and doing is, initially is okay. बच्चों को कभी कोई स्कूल जाता नहीं है, छोटा बच्चा रहता है, तो ले तेरे को पेस्ट्रीज देता हूँ, तेरे को चॉकलेट देता हूँ, तुझे वेफर्स देता हूँ, तो बच्चा जाके बैठता है. क्रीम बिस्किट मिला तो भी खुश हो जाता है. But that should not be lifelong, that should not be the requirement. And without attachment is far superior. Attachment के साथ कोई भी कार्य मत करना. Now the most important shloka. Now we have to do verse number 8, na? नित्यं कुरु कर्म त्वाम कर्मज्ञो हि अकर्मणः यत्र अपि च ते न प्रसिद्ध्यते अकर्मणः परसिद्ध्यते अकर्मणः परसिद्ध्यते अकर्मणः. I forgot my specs, so I am finding it difficult. Perform your prescribed duty for the action is better than inaction. A man cannot even maintain his physical body without work. अगर कोई बोले मैं कल से लेटे रहूँगा, मैं काम नहीं करूँगा, क्या होगा? Will he be able to take care of his body? जिंदा रहेगा? 6 महीने में मर जाएगा. You have to get up, go out, take vitamin D also. थोड़ा तो सूरज का रोशनी भी रखना पड़ेगा, सुबह उठ के वॉक करना पड़ेगा. अब बोलेगा आज से मैं खाना कम खाऊंगा या नहीं खाऊंगा, वो भी कार्य है. खाना खाना भी एक कर्म है. हम लोग सब कर्म करने वाले थोड़े देर में. So some karma or the other we are always doing. So eating, whether you are eating or you are not eating, you are doing some karma or the other, you are always doing. So what does Lord saying? Performing a prescribed duties for action is better than inaction. मैं कोई भी काम नहीं करूँगा, दिन भर बैठा रहूँगा, बैठना भी कर्म है. और ऐसे बैठे रहोगे या ऐसे लेटे रहोगे, you cannot take care of your body. What to talk about devotion तो दूर की बात. So please, many people have got this apprehension कि भगवत गीता means मैं कुछ काम का नहीं रहूँगा. I'll be of no use. बस ये लोग दिन भर माला जपने बोलेंगे और कीर्तन करने बोलेंगे और गलत कार्य में नहीं जाने देंगे, लोगों के साथ घूमने नहीं देंगे. It is all wrong. You have to do all what the karmi does, all activity a devotee does. कर्मी खाता है, हम भी खाते हैं, बट हमारे खाने में और उनके खाने में अंतर क्या है? We is sattvic, there is non sattvic. We eat prasad, they don't eat prasad. We offer food to the Lord, they don't offer food to the Lord. We also wear nice dresses, but we wear dresses which are covering the body. They all move around like Shukdev Goswami. So what does this mean? So we are also wearing clothes, and we are wearing much nice, better clothes. So it's not that. Even we decorate the Lord also very nicely. Okay. We all earn money, but where do they put their money? Where do they spend their money? And where we spend the money? Again, there's a clear-cut understanding. I will not tell you all. You all can understand that. And last but not the least, we live a disciplined life. We get up early in the morning, early to bed, early to rise. Makes a man healthy, wealthy and wise. तो ये हम लोग भी अंग्रेजी सिस्टम फॉलो कर रहे हैं. ये अंग्रेजों ने ये प्रॉब्लम भी हमारे शास्त्र से उठाया. We have only given this knowledge to the British, and now the British are telling, oh no, late night life should be there. 2 बजे के पहले सोना नहीं चाहिए, 2-3 बजे के पहले, और सुबह 9 बजे के पहले उठना नहीं चाहिए. So this is a wrong understanding of the modern lifestyle. So yes, we are doing all activities. We also go for yatra, we also go for outing, we also eat nice prasad in the yatra, everything we do. But still, there is a lot of difference. That difference is very important. When you perform your duty or the action is better than not performing any. So if you think, नहीं मैं कुछ नहीं करूँगा, कल से मैं भक्ति करने वाला हूँ, कुछ नहीं, घर पे बैठा रहूँगा दिन भर. नहीं, भक्ति is also full of action. यज्ञार्थो कर्मणो अन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्म बंधनात्. Very important. तत् अर्थम कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संग समाचरः. Very, very important slok. We will conclude with this slok today's lecture, but this slok has to be understood in detail. यज्ञार्थो कर्मणो. What does this mean? अगर कोई कर्म करना है तो किसके लिए करना है? यज्ञ के लिए करना है. Now what is यज्ञ? क्या यज्ञ? स्वाहा वो यज्ञ है क्या? नहीं. यज्ञ means what? Offering it to the Lord. स्वाहा means what? आप भगवान के मुख में डाल रहे हो. भगवान का मुख क्या है? अग्नि. Fire is Lord's mukh. You see Vishwarupa photo, Virat Rupa. जो भगवान का विराट रूप का फोटो आप देखोगे तो भगवान के मुंह से फायर निकल रहा है. सो भगवान मुख इज फायर. सो थ्रू द मीडियम ऑफ फायर लॉर्ड ईट्स. Even the demigods also come and take. And who are the most dear to the Lord? The Brahmanas. So only when the Brahmanas offer. So you also can become Brahmana. When you lead all the wrong vices, you are automatically becoming a Brahmana. You don't have to be born in a Brahmana house only. It is not that necessary that you have to be born. Your activity decides whether you are Brahmana, not your birth which decides. For example, you may be born in a doctor's house, so immediately you become a doctor or what? You are born in a lawyer's house, you become a lawyer. You are born in an engineer's house, you become an engineer. No. It is what activity you do, that by that you are identified. By that activity you are identified in that profession. Similarly, in the material world also it happens, right? The boss, when he is interviewing, "Nay, what is your father's business?" "Oh, engineer." "So you are an engineer now." Though you have gone for an interview for lawyer. No. He may be engineer, but I am going for a lawyer's job. So it is work done for Vishnu. Work, whatever work, it should be done for यज्ञ अर्थो कर्मणो. कोई भी कर्म करोगे तो यज्ञ के लिए होना चाहिए. यज्ञ मतलब भगवान को स्वाहा करने के लिए होना चाहिए, भगवान को अर्पण करने के लिए. और हम लोग कैसे हैं? भगवान 90-10 पार्टनरशिप. 10% तेरा, 90% मेरा, है ना. इतना कंजूस है हम लोग. एक आदमी गया मंदिर में, बोला भगवान मेरा काम बन जाएगा ना तो 100 रुपये चढ़ाऊँगा आपको. आया, 2 दिन में काम हो गया उसका. गया, अभी बोलता है अभी क्या भगवान ने क्या किया, काम तो हो गया अपना, अब मन चेंज हो गया, नहीं देने का था उसको. तो बोला अभी क्या करें, भगवान को देना पड़ेगा. देखो भगवान मैंने बोला था तो यस आई विल गिव, बट आई नो यू डोंट नीड इट. फिर भी आपको जितना चाहे आप ले लेना. मैं क्या करता हूँ, यहाँ पे एक लाइन ड्रॉ करता हूँ, तो मैं पैसे फेंकता हूँ. जो लाइन के उस पर वो तुम्हारे, लाइन के इस पर वो मेरे. फेंकना तो मेरे हाथ में है ना. तो मैं ऐसे फेंकूंगा कि 80-20, 80% यहाँ गिरे, 20%. तो ऐसा ही किया उसने. ऐसा फेंका, 2-4 सिक्के उधर गिरे, ज़्यादा करके सिक्के इस तरफ गिरे, सब उठा ले. बस ठीक है भगवान, आपकी खुशी में मेरी खुशी है. लेके आ गया वापस. तो बाजू में एक आदमी देख रहा था, भगवान बहुत गलत कर रहा है, बहुत गलत कर रहा है. मैं इसके वजह से आपके और मेरे बीच में कोई रेखा नहीं खींचूंगा. आप कहाँ ऊपर हो ना, मैं ऊपर फेंकता हूँ. मैं ऊपर फेंकता हूं, जितना आपको चाहिए ले लेना, जो बाकी नहीं चाहिए नीचे गिरा दे. So this is how our mentality is. Lord says यज्ञार्थो कर्मणा लोकोयम कर्म बंधनात्. नहीं तो कर्म बंधन होगा. कई बार बोलते हैं प्रभु जी आप तो पीछे लग जाओ, बुक डोनेशन, बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के लिए पैसा मांगते हो, कलश के लिए पैसा मांगते हो, फंक्शन के लिए पैसा मांगते हो, ये वो करके कहीं ना कहीं मांगते रहते हो. अरे प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, इफ द मनी डजंट गो फॉर प्यूरिफिकेशन पर्पस, हु इज गोइंग टू गेट प्यूरिफाइड? लाइक I always say, when you make a donation for the kalash, the ATG comes in our name or in your name? It comes in your name. So similarly, the purification of money happens to whom? You. And it has to be done. You cannot say, it's not possible. It's not possible. It has to come to, if you want to get the full results of your karya, you are not the enjoyer, please. You are not the bhokta. When you die, you are not, even you may be having the best limousine car, the best BMW or Rolls Royce or Mercedes, whatever it may be. Nobody puts your body in that. The minute you die, that till now at least, I don't know about the future, but till now at least, there is no VIP crematorium. Be it be rich or a poor, all the bodies, because they don't come, their bodies come. They leave the body, and what the body comes इधर नहीं नहीं, ये इसको जरा हाई क्लास में जलाएंगे, इसके मिडिल क्लास में, उसको एसी में जलाएंगे, उसको नॉन एसी में जलाएंगे. ऐसा तो पॉसिबल नहीं है ना. इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल, राइट? देयर इज ओनली वन कैटेगरी. There is only one category. There is never high and low. So what all perceptions we are having is all foolish. We think, हमको लगता है कि हम भाई, I am the bhokta, I am the enjoyer. You are not the enjoyer. You can never become the enjoyer. There is only one enjoyer, and that is Lord. You say later on, you will say, okay, I am the bhokta. No one else is the bhokta. But here what is Lord trying to say? भाई यज्ञार्थो कर्मणो लोको अयम कर्म बंधनात्, नहीं तो आप कर्म बंधन में फंसोगे. इसके लिए यज्ञ, दान एंड तप तीनों करना जरूरी है. तीनों में से एक करके नहीं बच सकते हो. रोज मैं दान कर लिया ना, मैं तप नहीं करूंगा. और तप मतलब ज्यादा कुछ नहीं है, एकादशी का व्रत, एकादशी का व्रत करना, या कोई फेस्टिवल्स के दिन वी हैव टू फास्ट, या नॉट ईटिंग मीट, not eating, drinking alcohol, not eating onion and garlic. That is also tapasya, no doubt. When you go out, क्या खाएंगे? Quick question mark, right? Big question mark. ठीक है, thanks to the Jain community that we are also getting in Bombay, at least wherever you go we get Jain food. So that's one thing with that advantage, though it's not a good thing, but in dire situations we can take that food. कहने का मेरा भावार्थ क्या है कि not the focus is यज्ञ. यज्ञ means getting up in the morning and chanting हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण. यज्ञ करना पड़ेगा, अरे भगवान का नाम जप करना पड़ेगा. वो भी एक तपस्या है. सुबह उठ के ठंडी में सब लोग सो रहे हैं, मैं अकेला जाग रहा हूँ, घर वाले सब चादर ओढ़ के सो रहे हैं, मेरे को उठना पड़ रहा है. बट यू हैव टू गेट अप, बिकॉज अदरवाइज योर चैंटिंग विल नेवर गेट ओवर इन ड्यूरिंग द day, because every day everyone has got some work or the other, right? Even the house lady has got some work, the office going person has got, you people don't have to cook the house and manage the house, you youth don't have to manage everything, but still you got work. The boss gives you enough work, make sure that you are busy from morning to night. So yajna, दान and tapa. दान भी करना पड़ेगा as per your capacity. I am not like, नहीं प्रभु जी पूरा महीने का तनख्वाह आपको दे दिया and पूरा महीना like just staying on one time meal. That's not the right approach. But the point is, as per your capacity, one has to do dhan. But just doing one activity is not enough. Dhan, yajna and tapa. तीनों करना पड़े. Very point of you all coming to the class, especially those who are staying away from the place, itself is a tapasya. Tearing the traffic and coming to the temple in time is a tapasya. East-west, coming to east-west is also a tapasya. In short, we take some pain. Mind you, even for a material life, we take pain. Even in material life, you take pain. किधर मॉल में जाना है, किधर ये जाना है. The best joke is people go to the mall. एक मॉल में बैठने के लिए जगह बताऊं. On food court area में बैठ नहीं सकते हो ऐसे. Your noses are running here and there. One nose is running this at someone, and your eyes are, so you can see someone eating something. And that is the purpose, na? So that you will push in something. That is why only in the food court area you got a place to sit. Otherwise, पाव दुख जाएगा, टूट जाएगा, but आपको बैठने के लिए जगह नहीं मिलता. But वो तपस्या कर रहे हैं, हैप्पीनेस मिलेगा, हैप्पीनेस मिलेगा, हैप्पीनेस मिलेगा. हैप्पीनेस मिलता नहीं है, but उस हैप्पीनेस के चक्कर में we are still moving around. So material life is also tapasya. Don't think. But in the end, the result is karma bandhanat. वहां पे आप एंजॉयर बन के जा रहे हो, तो उसमें क्या हुआ? कर्म बंधन. Either you are doing a पुण्य और a पाप. पुण्य या पाप में आप लिप्त हो जाते हो. यानी कि you have to pay fruitive action. Either as a karma, as a good karma or as a bad karma, you have to enjoy or suffer. But yajna artho karmano. यज्ञ अर्थ कर्मण लोको अयम कर्म बंधनात् तद अर्थम कर्म कौन्तेय. उसके लिए कर्म कर. मुक्त संग समाचरः. What does this mean? You are liberated from association and you will do it perfectly. you will be liberated from the consequences of it. नहीं तो you have to pay the consequences. जो भी आप कर्म कर रहे हो, अगर आप भगवान के लिए नहीं कर रहे हो, ये महीना बहुत पैसा आएगा तो इससे मैं बहुत बढ़िया आईफोन लूंगा, कर्म लगेगा. I need a phone, I need an iPhone because I am not able to watch the videos of Prabhuji, I am not able to watch the videos of the deities, Abhishekam and all that. I am not able to see, my mobile is not functioning that well. If that is the attitude, action is the same. Action is the same. You want to buy a nice new car, a new bike, no problem. But I'll go with my girlfriend, nicely I'll enjoy with her. That, if that is the attitude, then that is wrong. If you say, no, with this bike, I can go to the Mangalarti because at 4 o'clock I don't get a vehicle, a transport, I will go by that. Then it is Yagya Artho Karmano. Lokoyam Karmano. And then you are Mukta Sangha Samacharaha. You are free from the consequences or the reactions of it. Okay. Work done as a sacrifice of Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work binds one to this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain unattached and free from bondage. So simple. कार्य करो, सब कार्य करो, but सब कार्य में सेंटर कौन होना चाहिए? भगवान होना चाहिए. This is not my statement. This is a statement given by the Lord. Lord himself is saying, भाई मेरे लिए कर्म करो. Can anyone read the purport for this?
Since one has to work even for the simple maintenance of the body, the prescribed duties for a particular social position and quality are so made that the purpose can be fulfilled. Yajna means Lord Vishnu or sacrificial performance. All sacrificial performance also are meant for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu. The Vedas enjoin Yajone Vishnu. In other words, the same purpose is served whether one performs prescribed yajna or directly serves Lord Vishnu. Krishna consciousness is therefore performance of yajna, as it is prescribed in this verse. The verse Varnasmara institution also aims at
Varnashrama
institution also aims at satisfying Lord Vishnu.
Okay, leave the verse. No, don't read the verse. No problem.
Therefore, one has to work for the satisfaction of Vishnu. Any other work done in this material world will be a cause of bondage for both good and evil. Have their reaction, and any reaction binds the performer. Therefore, one has to work in Krishna consciousness to satisfy Krishna. And while performing such activities, one is in liberated state. This is the great art of doing work. And in the beginning, this process requires very expert guidance. One should therefore act very diligently under expert guidance of a devotee of Lord Krishna or under the direct instruction of Lord Krishna himself, under whom Arjuna had the opportunity to go. Nothing should be performed for sense gratification, but everything should be done for satisfaction of Krishna. This practice will not only save one from the reaction of work, but also gradually elevate one to the transcendental loving service of the God, which alone can raise one to the kingdom of God.
So what is he said? It has to be practiced under the proper guidance. ऐसा नहीं कि whimsically people do very dangerously. एक आदमी को पूछा, डॉक्टर ने बोला हल्का खाना, हल्का भोजन करना. Then whimsical ना, अपना खुद का दिमाग लगाया. हो, पानी इज हल्का देन जमीन. अब थोड़ा पानी लो, मट्टी डालो तो मट्टी नीचे बैठेगी, पानी ऊपर रहती है. तो पानी इज हल्का टू मट्टी, और उस पर तेल डालो तो पानी के ऊपर तेल, तेल में पूरी डालो तो क्या होता है, पूरी ऊपर रहता है. तो उस डॉक्टर ने क्या बोला उसको, हल्का खाने को. तो उसने क्या समझा, हल्का क्या खाना है, पूरी खाना है. अरे वाह. Please do under that is why Srila Prabhupada says very specifically, do whatever activity you do in Krishna consciousness, it should be under the guidance of a specific spiritual master or under a senior devotee. And in this case, Krishna for Arjuna, Krishna himself has come to tell. Okay? Okay, with this, we end today's class. Does anybody has got any doubts, question can ask. किसी का कोई प्रश्न हो, कुछ पूछना हो तो पूछ सकते हैं.
मुझे बस